Yashodanandana Bhaja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Bhaja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol. Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Bhagwan ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Today we're reading from chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita, verse 38. So, yeah. If you have that, you can search it on your phones if you don't have a book. And yeah, you can just type in Bhagavad Gita as it is, 6.38. So I can recite the Sanskrit, and if you want, you can follow afterwards. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas chinna brahmiva nashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmana pati. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas chinna brahmiva nashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmana pati. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas chinna brahm iva nashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmana pati. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas chinna brahm iva nashyati Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas chinna brahmiva nashyati apatrishto mahabaho vimudho brahmana pathi. So, word for word translation. Kachit, whether. Na, not. Ubhaya, both. Vivrashta, deviated from. Chinna, torn. Abram, cloud. Iva, like. Nashyati, perishes. Apratishta, without any position. Mahabaho, O mighty armed Krishna. Vimudha, bewildered. Brahmana, of transcendence. Pathi, on the path. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. O mighty armed Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a riven cloud with no position in any sphere? You can repeat after me. O mighty armed Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a riven cloud with no position in any sphere? There are two ways to progress. Those who are materialists have no interest in transcendence. Therefore, they are more interested in material advancement by economic development or in promotion to the higher planets by appropriate work. When one takes to the path of transcendence, one has to cease all material activities and sacrifice all forms of so-called material happiness. If the aspiring transcendentalist fails, then he apparently loses both ways. In other words, he can enjoy neither material happiness nor spiritual success. He has no position. He is like a riven cloud. A cloud in the sky sometimes deviates from a small cloud and joins a big one. But if it cannot join a big one, then it is blown away by the wind and becomes a non-entity in the vast sky. The Brahmana Pathi is the path of transcendental realization through knowing oneself to be spiritual in essence, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, who is manifested as Brahman, Param Atma, and Bhagavan. Lord Sri Krishna is the fullest manifestation of the Supreme Absolute Truth, and therefore one who is surrendered to the Supreme Person is a successful transcendentalist. To reach this goal of life through Brahman and Param Atma realization takes many, many births, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. Therefore, the supermost path of transcendental realization is Bhakti Yoga or Krishna consciousness, the direct method. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Rupam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpa taruvyascha kripa sindhuvya eva cha patitanam pavenavyo vaishnavevyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for being here. So, yeah, this is a great opportunity to speak on Bhagavad Gita, and thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, it's mainly for my own purification, but hopefully something useful might also come out of it for you guys also. Usually it gets me to study a little bit more, so, like to do it, so, get into a little bit more than usual. So it's a nice opportunity to kind of do this service like that. So yeah, here so really we're in the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna and Arjuna are having conversation, and so far, chapter 2, we know that Krishna has explained to Arjuna that we're not the body, we're not the mind, we're not the intelligence, we're not this false ego. Like that. So, and our eternal position is that we're spiritual souls, spiritual beings. Now, what does that really mean, So the Bhagavad Gita explains that we have a physical body and subtle body and the spiritual body. So like that, spiritual spark within us. So spiritual realization is all about knowing oneself. It's the path of getting in touch with ourselves and understanding our essence of who we are. So we can understand this by kind of asking ourselves, who am I? This is the first step in a spiritual journey, like that. Who am I? So, you may ask many people, they'll say, I'm a Tesco's manager, something like that. Or, I'm Bob, I'm this and that, it may be many different answers. I'm this, I'm that. They usually say I'm their position, I'm this, I work for this company, I'm a family man, I'm a father, I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a brother, like that. There's many different identities and roles that we play in the world, many different acts, many different faces we have in society. And we may also have an identity based on the country we're born in. I'm from Nepal, so I'm Nepalese. Like that, we're all from different parts of the world, so we may identify as being part of some country like that, some country, some race, and also we may also identify ourselves according to our ideas, our beliefs, our gender, our political views. I'm a conservative or liberal, liberal, okay, like that. So we have many different identities we subscribe to. But actually, it is true in one sense. We are a father, we are a student, we are all these different roles, but that's not the ultimate, that's not really who we are. It's a role that we play. It's an act almost. We're put into that position and we act in that way. Rather, before that, there's more of a primal being that we are. And that's beyond the body. And beyond our mental identity, beyond our psychophysical nature. So I can ask you a question, like, okay, if I ask you, are you your eyes, or are you seeing through your eyes? Right? So what do you say? Sing through your eyes, right? Okay, just checking. And are you your ears, or are you hearing through your ears? Hearing through your ears, right? Or you may say, are you your skin, or are you feeling and experiencing the world through your skin? Right, okay, yeah. So yeah, like that we can see that there's something more to us than just this external vessel, an instrument to experience the medium to the external world. Yeah. And so we can see that we're something behind this lens that we see through. There's a consciousness, there's an observer beyond these lens, beyond these instruments. So like that. So, but many of us misidentify, thinking that this is who I am, this is me, and our whole life revolves around this identity of who we are. And and that will change throughout time. We may have certain position, and that is bound to change. It's not really going to last so long. It's all temporary positions. So the deeper understanding is that actually even deeper, you may think, okay, I'm my mind, but even that we can understand that we're not the mind, because if we look closely, we're actually the observer of our thoughts also. So can we really say that we are our thoughts, we are our mind? Because we observe closer, we have so many thoughts, and those thoughts we may not even like, and I can't even believe that's, can I really believe that's me? No way, man. That's just something that's coming from the external environment, like that, or from my previous conditioning, whatnot, So it's not really who I am. So even our mind, our thoughts, our feelings, they're not really representative of who we really are. So yeah, so the main thing about spiritual realization is that, we're the soul, we're the conscious observer. The consciousness is the symptom of the soul, like that. So and there are people who, materialists, they're more striving for activities in the material world, whereas spiritualist is seeking. Here it says, where is it? It says, Brahmana Pati, someone on the path of transcendence. So, someone who's walking this path of transcendence, trying to revive his original position as the spiritual soul, who is part and parcel of the divine supreme spiritual soul, which is Krishna, in the full manifestation as is described in the purport. So here in this verse, Arjuna is actually having a doubt that, actually Arjuna has a few doubts already at this point, which is not a bad thing. He's asking to find out more. And so the first doubt he had previously was, Arjuna is describing to him all the methods of spiritual practice, controlling the mind, controlling the senses, following this process, that process, sitting in such a way, in a secluded place alone, describing different processes of yoga, do's and do nots. Then Arjuna straight up, he's like, I'm sorry, Krishna, but this sounds impossible for me. It's undurable. I don't think it's possible. Sounds too difficult. I don't think I can do that. Then again, Krishna gives him some encouragement, and now again he's saying, what if I fall away from this path of transcendence? What if, what if I don't make it? I don't get the full result. So what will happen to me? Isn't such a man, he won't get any material happiness, and also he won't get any spiritual happiness. So the reason why he's thinking like this is because in terms of material happiness, I think in this context, Arjuna is generally thinking about the heavenly planets, and also mentions economic development in the purport. So many people do different activities to get to different positions. According to their karma, they are granted different results. So for example, in the heavenly planets, more good works that you do, you kind of enter these realms. Like that. So So by performing spiritual activity, it means, for Arjuna, he's thinking that it means that he's not doing any karma, he's not doing any material activities that will gain him any fruitive results in this world. He's not making any progress in his material life. Like that. And but at the same time, he's bewildered from the path of transcendence, so he falls away from the journey of the path, like that. And he's described, he's like a riven cloud. So a riven cloud is it's like a cloud. Here it says Chinnabhram iva nashyati. So there's a big cloud. Imagine there's a big cloud, and the part of it tears away, as it does the sky. It tears away, but generally, actually, these clouds, the small parts of the cloud, they can join another cloud, like that. So imagine the small cloud is like the material world, and we try to detach ourselves from it, ceasing from all sense gratification, all types of enjoyment that we could get in the material world, all the fame, all the money, all the honey, all the But so we detach ourselves from all these things, and we slowly aiming for the big cloud, which is the spiritual world, which is full of more honey than you could imagine. But what happens on the path, the wind gets in the way. The wind blows the cloud away. There's other influences that come in the way, and the journey isn't as smooth, and it fails to reach the big cloud, the spiritual world. So this may happen due to many reasons. Initially, one may not have been so. In the previous verse, Prabhupada describes that one may not have been so serious in the path to begin with. So it detaches all this. There's many other reasons. He's declaring a war against Maya. So the material world is also going to fight back. And it's not going to be easy. And many different reasons are described. So that way we become neither here or there, But this is actually just a doubt Arjuna have. But is it actually true that a spiritualist becoming detached from material happiness doesn't get spiritual happiness he doesn't get the goal, he doesn't even get the material happiness like that. But actually, this may not be the case. So the conception is that we're missing out on so much happiness that we could get in the material world. All the women, the money, the fame, the beauty, economic, all the things we could buy and possessions, like that. But actually, Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Bhagwan ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. So actually, okay, are we really missing out? I don't know. Let's see. So, actually a better question would be to ask, how are these brahmacharis, sannyasis and yogis, how are they actually able to live without any material things? How are they actually doing it? I can't even get off my phone. How are they able to do such a thing? How can they give up all material happiness? How is it that it doesn't make sense, from a materialist perception view? They're wearing bed sheets, they're shaved hair. Their whole identity is, different from the norm. So actually, it should actually give us a shock it should give materialists a shock, actually. How, but yet they still seem more happier than me. Like that. He's not watching any movies. He doesn't go to the cinema. He doesn't go for bowling. He doesn't go to the pub. He doesn't do any drugs. He doesn't drink. He doesn't party. So, and his life seems so difficult. He's waking up at 4 a.m. every day. Maybe. But still, having some foothold in spiritual life, whatever it is, it seems to make such a big difference in our life. So the real question to ask is, how are these guys still happy? What is going on? Actually, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains, chapter 2, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinam rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. So yes, though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, we're not engaging so many material activities, and yes, there may be certain incentives, or sometimes we may be, provoked or kind of poked a little bit to kind of, maybe try this, try that. But actually, because someone on the path of transcendence is always staying in the fire of Krishna consciousness, of bhakti, staying connected to bhakti shakti, which is transcendental. It's not a material energy, like the three modes of material nature that we have. It's completely different from this mundane world. So we're connecting to that, and that gives us a higher taste. And because of this higher taste, we're able to give up these lower tastes like that. And that way we can remain fixed. So we can see that we can see that actually we're only able to give up these things because we have something more. We have something deeper connected, right? Like that. And there's a famous story from about Sanatana Goswami and the touchstone, where one Brahmana, he Lord Shiva, he's like a very wish fulfilling, he fulfills your desires. If anyone wants to come to him, he's like, yeah, okay, fine, he's pleased easily. So many people actually go to him to get something, benedictions, some boon. So this one Brahmana, he was praying, and he asked Lord Shiva, I want the best benediction you can give me. So actually, Lord Shiva told him, okay, if you want the best benediction, I know who has it. You go and see this Sanatana Goswami. So he goes to see Sanatana Goswami, and he tells him, yes, Lord Shiva said that you have the best benediction that you could give me. And I see, and he knocked on the door or something, and he sees that he actually had a touchstone. Touchstone is Chintamani. It's a gem. Chintamani gem. It's a gem that can convert iron into gold. So just by touching it. So wow, he saw this, and he was like, yeah, this must be it. This is why Lord Shiva sent me here. He wants me to have this Chintamani gold. And this way all my economic needs will be fulfilled. I can get much more. I'll be like floating, it's like I'll be flying. So he thought that, and he asked Sanatana Goswami, yeah, I want this touchstone. Can you give it to me? Lord Shiva said you have something, but it was actually in the bin. Sanatana Goswami just doing his, chanting or whatever, reading, writing. He said, it's just in the, if you want it, it's just there. It's just in the bin. You can go get it. And he said, yeah, oh my God, I got it. He got it, and he's walking back. He's very happy, and he's dreaming about all the things he could buy, all the material things. He's sorted. If you have money, it's like he's thinking like that. So I got the best thing. Then he starts slowing down. He's like, oh wait, why would he put it in the bin? If it's such a valuable object, why did he have it in the bin? There must be something more. He must have something more. I want the best thing. I want to get that thing, whatever it is, the best thing. It can't be this. There must be something else he's hiding. So he goes back and he says again, and I know this isn't it, you're hiding something. Sanatana Goswami is like, are you sure you want to know what it is? Are you ready for it? If you want that highest thing, then throw away this touchstone, Chintamani stone. Throw it away in the ocean. And so the Brahman, being eager to find out something more, he threw it in the ocean somewhere. So if you want to find it, good luck. It's probably out there somewhere. If you want to be rich. Apparently there's also a mountain of gold somewhere in the Himalayan Tibet region as well. So if that's also there somewhere, if you want to, mountain of gold, apparently I've heard in some sources like that. So he goes back to Sanatana Goswami and he finds out from him that the best gift, benediction I have is actually the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So you take it and this will give you transcendental bliss beyond anything in the material world. It will connect you to the spiritual world, connect you to Krishna. And it's the nectar that which we're always anxious for, and that will make us relieved. And also, it will also free us from the material world, from the cycle of repetition of birth and death. Because it is also that the Hare Krishna mantra is also the greatest gift, but is also the greatest weapon. Meaning that, a nuclear weapon may be powerful. It can destroy anything to dust, anything, bones, skin, flesh, everything's wiped away. Whole nation can be wiped away. I heard in Hiroshima something like maybe 200, I can't remember the exact numbers, but 200,000 people were just destroyed like that from the nuclear weapon. It has a great power. However, the Hare Krishna mantra is more powerful than the nuclear weapon, because the nuclear weapon cannot destroy subtle energies. It cannot destroy the subtle desires within our heart. It cannot destroy these anarthas. So we're very fortunate that we have such a weapon against Maya, and we should really take advantage of this and chant so we can purify our hearts. And connect deeper to Krishna like that. Become more purified. Something. Check my notes. And also Arjuna is also wrong in other ways, in his doubts, that a spiritualist on the path who falls away, because he's assuming that you need to achieve the destination. You need to actually get to the goal to be successful in spiritual life. Actually, Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyaksha Bhagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Abhyayam. So he's saying, this is the purest of knowledge, perfection of religion, but at the same time it is joyfully performed. You don't need to, because performing bhakti is the goal, but it's also the process, like that. So just by engaging in that, we get the taste, we get the higher taste, and we become joyful. And it's not going to be easy. It's not. Nothing in life is easy if you want to be successful in something. Even an athlete, he has to wake up early. He has to abstain from alcohol, drugs, to be successful, to be healthy. So nothing in life will come easy, and if materialists are working so hard, maybe we can strive to work just as hard as them for spiritual benefits. Yeah, and yeah. So another thing is that material happiness, searching for material happiness, doesn't always result in success, because we may have a dream job, we may have so we go for that, but it may not fulfill our expectations like that, and we're always disappointed, and we always end up become frustrated. Despite all the hard work we put into material success, it doesn't produce spiritual results. It doesn't make us spiritually happy. Yeah. So it is said that material life is difficult. To achieve material success is difficult. Sorry, spiritual life is difficult. Spiritual life can be difficult. However, material life is impossible to be happy in. It always results in some frustration, and eventually, sooner or later, it will result in frustration. Like that. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions at this point? So, any reflections? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you were saying the Maha Mantra is the greatest weapon against Maya, but at the same time you were saying that going to war with Maya is Maya can fight back. So actually, what is the mood of fighting or just dealing with Maya? What mood? Whether is it like really using the weapon of of the Maha Mantra and really fighting against it, going to war, or how?
Yeah. So Prabhu's question was, yes, we have to fight Maya. Maya is fighting back to distract us, allure us from a spiritual journey. So, what is the mood we should have in fighting Maya? One thing that comes to mind is that Krishna says that this divine energy of mine is very difficult to overcome. But one who surrenders unto me can easily cross beyond it. So the mood we should have is not by trying to fight Maya according to our own strengths, but asking, being, asking Krishna, being helpless, that Krishna, you're my only shelter. I can't do this on my own. I can't, because this is your energy. How can I? I'm just an insignificant spark. I'm just an insignificant spark of your energy, and Maya is so powerful. I can't do this on my own. I need your help. Please give me your shelter. Because we can't. We're so tiny. What can we do against this? We're being controlled by Maya all the time. So we should really have that prayerful mood that Krishna, I'm just an insignificant spark. Like that. Please help me to. And that's the mood we should be crying out when we're chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Like it is Prabhupada in one of his. It's one of the first things I heard from Prabhupada on YouTube. When I first heard there's a kirtan, and Prabhupada explains how just the mantra is just like a child crying out for his mother. Like that. So I hope that's something. Okay. Any reflections? Anything you want to add? Or
Yeah. My question is, like a question and also a reflection about the the example Arjuna gave about the cloud with,
Yeah.
and how then if we don't complete this process, and somehow we are stopped in our tracks.
Mhm.
What happens because we gave up material life, but at the same time we didn't attain the goal. Like we had like some sessions with Paramakarana, Maharaj.
Oh
What
yeah.
happens if you don't actually get to the goal?
Right.
So if you could really give an answer to Arjun as to what happens
Yeah.
if you don't complete the process.
So the Prabhu's asking, what? So yeah, Arjun is in this doubt that what happens to the person after he can't carry on the spiritual journey and he falls away due to some distraction. It says in the verse, due to worldly mindedness, he becomes distracted by many things. So yeah, the answer is given in the next 8 verses of the Gita. After following this, Krishna answers all of his doubts like that. So yeah, there's never any loss in spiritual progress, and you always pick up where you live like that. So yeah, you may have a temporary, you may freeze, your spiritual credit may freeze, but actually it's always ready to be picked up. Krishna's always there waiting for you to turn back. So it could be a few years, sometimes it may happen, devotees stop practicing, but eventually, yeah, they can always turn back. Maybe, but it's all a temporary thing at the end of the day. I think what I really like is having a vision of eternity. I heard this from, I think, Shruti Dhamma Prabhu and Keshav Maharaj mentions it sometimes, having this vision of eternity that, yeah, eternally, we may be temporarily, in a situation, but, our progress will continue like that. Sorry, but the answer is more clearly described in the verses following, which I can't remember exactly. You always pick up. You're either born in a family of transcendentalists or somewhere you're brought about in a position where you can carry on with your spiritual life. So it's never a failure, yeah. And also, even in our day-to-day life, we may have successes and failures, we may have ups and downs in spiritual life. We may not always, we may fail chanting our rounds completely and following principles, and but actually there's a really nice analogy of the airplane, that when an airplane is going to its destination, there's the goal and there's the planned route that the airplane is supposed to go on. However, what may happen is that due to some unforeseen circumstances like the weather or lightning or whatnot, the plane actually doesn't go its planned route, so it's always going out of the route and it's always coming back and out and in, but as long as the main thing is still going forwards towards that destination. And it's just to elaborate more on this. We may deviate, but I think we should always try to keep that mind on the goal. We may have ups and downs, but that's okay, as long as we keep on carrying on. As long as you have some foothold in Krishna consciousness in some way or other, it can save you from the greatest danger. Having some connection to Krishna consciousness, like that. I met this one person on the street once, and he's still practicing, and he said, over my life, he's old, he's quite senior. He said, I stopped practicing in and out, but I realized that having just one foothold on Krishna consciousness saved me from so much, just a little, like that. So he's very appreciative like that. And one thing is that when we practice bhakti yoga, it's different to when we're trying to reach the goal through Ashtanga yoga or Jnana yoga, because in Ashtanga yoga you have to go to a secluded place. You have to, you're there alone, following the process. And in Jnana Yoga, it's also I think it's the same. But in Bhakti Yoga, it's really powerful because, yes, we're trying to endeavor for Krishna, but at the same time, there's also mercy from Krishna trying to help us to come to Him. Whereas in the other processes, we're trying to reach Brahman or Paramatma on our own. So it's on our own endeavor, but in Bhakti, there's Krishna's mercy. And also the association of the devotees and the lifestyle that we try to follow, like trying to live a more goodness life. It's supposed to be like a safety net, so that even if we do have a slip, we're always in a good footing, so we can always come back easily. And association of devotees is powerful because obviously without association we can go either way, but devotees can always help you, pull you back up, pick you back up, like that. Yeah. So yeah, one thing, Krishna will help you in the journey. The mercy will follow you as well. Krishna's mercy will follow you, and also like that. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions? Okay. Cool.
One last question.
Yeah, sure. Any comments, reflection, anything you would like to share?
He said during that process also there's mercy involved. So it's not just the transcendentalists that trying to attain spiritual success is doing it on his own, and if he's deviated then there's no chance of him returning to Buddha. So how can we be aware and like at all times of this mercy, causeless mercy coming down? How can we be mindful of that whatever happens is the mercy of the Lord in the whole process that we are enduring, however difficult it may be, but to understand that at the end it's all the mercy of the Lord. How can we do that? Truly realize that it's all the mercy of the Lord.
How can we realize that in all moments, difficult moments, it is also the mercy of the Lord? Any thoughts from any devotees? Chris?
You have to accept it. It's stated in the Bhagavad Gita. The Lord says that this is the way it is. You accept it, and then you find out that it's true. If you don't accept it, you will never find out that it's true.
Okay, so we accept the process, or?
All the things, it's all there in the Bhagavad Gita. It's all there step by step by step, and you accept it. You say, this is how it is, this is how it's going to be, you accept it, and then the realization comes.
Okay.
If you don't accept it, the realization will never come.
Fine. So we should have faith first, and the knowledge comes afterwards. The realization comes afterwards.
Yeah, also the Krishna's mercy is compared to like a flowing tap that's just always on. And we have a cup and we can decide, where we're gonna put our cup. We're gonna put it on top of the tap or next to the tap or under the tap, and actually get to the mercy. It depends on us, where we put ourselves in relation to the mercy.
Whatever situation the devotee is in, the devotee always says, this is Krishna's mercy. If you walk outside and you get hit by an asteroid, think that was Krishna's mercy.
Fine, so we just accept that it's Krishna's mercy. We just have faith that it may not look like it, it may not feel like it, but Krishna, I trust you, I have faith in you that you have a bigger plan in this.
And it can be hard to do that, especially
Yeah.
because you can be really tested. You could have some really awful karma that you need to pay back.
So it's difficult to do
You'll
it.
be put through the ringer, and Krishna's going to test you. Do you really want me, or do you want me so I can give you some sort of material thing? So faith is the most important thing, because what's going to come might not make any sense, you might not think you deserve it, but at the end of the day you've got to think, yeah, this is how it is, you're God, I'm not, I surrender, and that's all there is to it.
Right. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah. It's time for Gaurati. Thank you so much for being here, tolerating me. Hare Krishna, thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaurati.
Shishya Gokulananda ki jai. Shri Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman ki jai. Gopika ki jai. Somebody play. Ki bajayo jaya Gaura Chande Arati Koshoba Kiva Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Arati Koshoba Kiva Jayo Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Koshoba Jana Vitata Vane Yakamanaro Simhasa